Those mourning a loved one are usually the very people who see to it that the deceased person's human remains are properly buried. But with an increasing number of cremations comes an increasing number of questions about what exactly constitutes the proper burial of human ashes. On the occasion of this year's All Souls Day, we take a look at a unique Catholic apostolate leading the way on this issue. Mark Irons has this Catholic Life report.
Grant that through this mystery, these servants who have gone to their rest in Christ may share in the joy of Christ's resurrection.
Cemeteries offer stone reminders of two things, death and burial. One is certain, the other not so much. These days, cremation is becoming more and more prevalent, but the burial of ashes in a cemetery is no guarantee. So today,
we can rest now that she's in a safe, secure place.
some closure comes to this small group of unrelated people
This is something sacred.
who joined together at Holy Cross Cemetery in Baltimore, Maryland to finally lay their loved ones to rest.
We were so happy to find it.
The Catholic Church permits cremation as long as it's not done as a denial of faith in the resurrection of the body, and as long as the ashes are buried in a sacred place like the consecrated ground of this cemetery.
We commend our brothers and sisters in the sure and certain hope that together with all who have died in Christ, they will rise with Christ on the last day.
Baltimore priest Father Patrick Carrion presides over this unique ministry named after the 14th station of the cross.
Obviously, the 14th station is Jesus is buried.
During the year, notices are sent out to Baltimore parishioners to bring the urns containing the ashes of their loved ones that for one reason or another have not been buried. Those reasons might include a hard time letting go, an inability to cover traditional burial costs, or misunderstandings about church teaching. There is a nominal fee, but sometimes it's waived. Those being buried don't have to be Catholic.
Let's create an opportunity for them to bury them, to allow that closure to be there.
Anywhere from 15 to 50 urns are collected throughout the year and secured and sealed in a new vault like this one. Then on All Souls Day in early November, a proper Christian burial is provided. A gravestone is later placed in commemoration. This year, 18 people were buried, each with a story of their own.
She's a beautiful woman. I think this is very fitting and timely.
She deserved this.
Yeah,
She deserved this.
Yeah. Everybody deserves it.
First cousins Leonidas Newton and Denise France buried their Aunt Moselle and wife of the family gatherings, who passed away in 2017. Denise had seen this ministry advertised in a church bulletin years ago, but various circumstances prevented her from proceeding. Then COVID hit and brought further delays. A couple weeks ago, she rediscovered the ministry and annual burial.
But needless to say, I knew it was something we had to do as a family.
Tim McCarthy was a caretaker of Kathy Gately, who passed away last year. Burial was delayed due to the health of Kathy's sister.
The ashes were with her sister for a period of time, who was very sick. And then when she got back on her feet, we set this up and we did it as soon as we could.
Why does the church care about the way bodily remains are preserved and buried?
Because we see it as sanctity of life from the moment of conception, to death, but then also how we treat our dead speaks about something about life in itself. The sanctity, the image of God dwelling within that person all their lives. Therefore, to respect that person by giving them a dignified burial.
Father Carrion says a problem arises when people decide to hold on to ashes, scatter them, or divide them among relatives.
The dividing the ashes up, and today you can go make that into a piece of jewelry or put the ashes in a locket around your neck. You put it on the mantelpiece in a smaller urn. You're really taking a particular person and making them now a possession. And I think there's a moral issue to that.
Visiting a cemetery like this one can remind us to pray for those who are laid to rest here. And in the month of November, the church asked the faithful to pray for departed souls in purgatory, many of whom could be forgotten and in great need of prayer.
When they're buried in a cemetery, you see the bridge from this life to the next life. Whereas if they're in an urn, it's kind of like keeping them, it's just very, what's the word I'm looking for, very earthly.
Bonnie Sammons told me her Catholic family initially faced friction from a close friend of her brother Tony, who passed away in August, when the friend wanted to keep Tony's ashes, but the family pushed back.
She was just hurt and sad, and she was thinking that was a way of keeping him. But we all know that we are not, as a practicing Catholic, we know that this is not our permanent home, and that we have to respect the body.
Robert Seelig, CEO of Catholic Funeral and Cemetery Services, says current data suggests there's what he calls an epidemic.
You now have literally hundreds, if not thousands, of cremated remains, family members, being retained at home where family members don't know what to do with them. Oftentimes, when you talk to a bishop or a priest, they'll lament the fact that sometimes their parishioners aren't having a funeral, at the parish, or that the remains aren't being brought to the cemeteries. And the real question is, how do we mobilize and go out and kind of reach out to the margins where families are hurting?
He says ministries like the one in Baltimore and others started by his organization in around 30 other dioceses offer a solution to the problem, but there is still much work to do.
We find the corporal work of Mercy of Burying the Dead is really a discussion about faith and evangelization.
The people at Holy Cross Cemetery say what happened here this November was good for their loved ones and them as well.
To put someone to rest, I mean, this is biblical, and it's peaceful.
Today's event was very touching. I will remember it for as long as I live. And those who leave those ashes on top of a fireplace will never get to experience what I experienced today.
Mark Irons, EWTN News In Depth.
In his reporting, Mark found that cremation rates are exceeding 60% in the U.S., and that is projected to rise to more than 80% by the year 2045. The CEO of Catholic Funeral and Cemetery Services says it will support dioceses free of charge to implement programs to ensure ashes can be properly interred. You can visit the group's website at cfcsmission.org for more information.